Hi there, this is Amber Swift from Swift Thinking with my MDS Basics tutorials. We've been going through this series, just going down the right-hand side and talking about all the different things that you can do with MDS. So the last thing that we did was embellishments, and today we are on to punches. Now the punch that is on this page is this cute little flower punch over here. So let's flip to the page we've been working on, and let's try to add it. So over in the Design Center, I would just click this Add Punch. And the window will pop up that shows you all the different punches that you have purchased or that came with MDS. Now, MDS usually comes with the Basics, which is a pretty good set to get you started. Some basic geometric shapes, some scallops, some corners, stars, just a lot of the, basics that you need to get started. But there's a ton of other ones that you can buy. Alphabets and numbers, borders, flowers, extras. And they're pretty cheap compared to a lot of the different things. And they're SVG format, which means that you can size them up or down, so as big or as small as you want them. And so that is a great thing about punches. This time I'm going to go ahead and add in a flower. And I will just scroll until I find the blossom punch, which is the one I want. And I'm going to click Apply. I could have also double clicked on it if I wanted. So there's my punch. I kind of want it to be a little bigger, so I'm going to go ahead and hover over that corner and drag out until I get it about the size that I want. And now I am going to go to the layers and send it backwards one so that it is underneath that embellishment that we added last time. And if I hold shift, I can select them both and move them around together until I get it right about where I want it, which I think is right about there. So now that we have a punch on our page, what can we do with it? Well, just going down the line, we can add a mat to it, which you can see just adds a little line around it. I don't actually want that this time, but we can definitely do it. We can drop a shadow to it, which I definitely want. I love drop shadows on everything I create with MDS because it gives it that much more realistic feel. Just like the embellishments, you can go in and crop them. So if you only want a half flower, you could do that. And you can see once again the shadows and everything work right with it. So there's no shadow over here where the punch is no longer. You can mirror it, which you're not really going to be able to see with this flower, but same with flipping. But rotating, you can see it rotate. And you could also free rotate it, where you could just type in a number or rotate it a little bit with a slider. Next, you can color fill it. In this case, we're going to make it that pretty Daffodil Delight to match everything else on the page. And that's the same color palette that you'll see for a lot of different stuff, where these are the MDS Stampin' Up colors. But you could also go in and see some color combinations where it suggests color combinations for you. You can see your regular computer swatches, your hue, saturation, and brightness, and RGB if you are really color savvy and know how to work with those. You can also do picker, which is a handy feature, and you can hover over your page and just pick a color that you want to match right out of your page. So if I hadn't known that that title was Daffodil Delight, I can hover over it and click on it and say OK and get it to match. And to get into that match color palette thing, you could also just click this. You can see it pulls up that same color palette but with the picker tab open. You could also paper fill it, which is kind of fun. Like paper fill it with this glimmer paper and have a sparkly flower. Isn't that cute? And you can also put a photo in it. So let's see if I just find a picture of me and my kids. Not that you're going to be able to see it very well, but you can see how it kind of puts a picture in there. But we're going to stick with yellow. You could change the opacity. If you decide later on you don't like a flower, you could change the shape and it's just going to bring up that whole thing. And you could change it to a different flower, perhaps. See, now it's this flower, but I like the one that we started with. Resizing it is the same as just pulling on the corners. Resetting it, we'll put it right back in the middle and make it that gray color like you started with, and remove will take it away. So that is all that you can do with punches. It's some fun options. They add some fun character to your page, just like a real punch does out of real paper. Last but not least, we will cover how to get at it with the resource palette. If you want to do punches from the resource palette, it's just this fourth one in where you see the square and the circle and the star and the diamond, or in the triangle, not diamond. And you can browse to a different folder if you want. And then you can scroll up and down, and just like everything else, you can either drag and drop, or you can double click and it will put it on the page for you. So I hope that helps you out with your punches, and now you'll be inspired to try them out yourself. Give it a go. Let me know how it goes. Hope you have a good one. Bye.